sounded like, it had this ambience to it. It was almost, okay, you know the feeling you get when you have an orgasm. It was like I was having an orgasm. This is just a regular song. Oh my God, you just can't make this up. This was a regular song. And it felt like my ears were having some kind of orgasm. It was just so much bliss. So I got to the hospital. And it was a couple times. First one was a hospital. And when I got there, I can't really remember too much about that stuff. But my boss came up there and just was making sure everything was okay. Told me to take some time off, get some rest, get myself together, and then come back in at work. And then we they wanted to pray, which was, that kind of stood out to me. I think I freaked them out to the point where they were like, okay, it's time to pray. And so we prayed. My husband led the prayer, and that was it for that portion of it. Now, as I remember certain things, I'll jump back in and finish off where I left. But right now what's coming up is I was laying in the bed with my husband, and it felt like the bed was tipping over, and I was about to fall down back into this like fiery place, this like hell, if you will. Like, you know, the feeling of disparity, like that there's no hope, that you've lost your mind, that you lost control of your whole life, that there's nobody on your side. There's actually people down there that want to kill you. And I grabbed my husband. I'm like, dude, I'm about to fall. Grab me. And it felt like, it was like everything I was thinking that I was afraid of, it was really, I was really feeling it. Like I was really feeling it. Whether it was, I don't know if it was a spiritual thing or emotionally, but it felt like I was really about to fall in that hole. Then we go to the part where I'm supposed to take a shower. I couldn't take a shower. My husband had to take a shower. Keep in mind, when I'm in the shower, I'm like still holding this imaginary tool, and my other hand is placed on my thigh. And I'm thinking to myself, why am I not taking a shower? Why am I standing here like this? So I managed the energy to call my husband. Either that or he came in to check on me. And I get, he has to watch. He washes me up, literally. I couldn't even wash myself. Helps me out the shower. And then I go, and I hate to tell you guys this, but I want y'all to know my experience. So maybe you can kind of, if you see something, you can help me out and what these experiences mean. For the most part, I know, I can feel what they mean, but I just don't know. Anyway, all my clothes were off. This is so embarrassing, but I'm gonna put the ego aside to help out, to add my addition of this realm. Fall straight to my knees and bow down. And I'm thinking to myself, I know who you are. You're God. You're my husband. And I'm like, you know, you hear all that other stuff that you were taught. Oh, well, that's blasphemy. How dare you call your husband God, you know? But that goes away because I find out what the truth is. He really is. He's a virgin. It's kind of like a network of some kind of computers where we're the bits, the zeros and the ones. So we're different, but we're actually the same. We're cut from the same cloth. So by me calling him a God, it's not blasphemy because he came from a God. So God's a creator. He's a creator. So it's okay for me to refer to him or bow down to him. And this is all in my head, right? This is when I'm tripping. So we managed to make it to the bedroom. This part scared the freaking hell out of me. Oh my God. We were in this infinite. It was like it was infinity of doing the same thing over and over and over again, the exact same thing, right? We would wake up. go do whatever. We would go to work. That's what we would do. We'd go to work, we'd come home, eat, clean, go to bed. And this happens every single day. And while this is happening, there's 3 demons in the room. Very scary looking, ugly, very negative energy. As if they're like some kind of guards that are keeping in us in this infinite revolving door that we can never escape. So every day, and it's like millions of days went by. It seemed like it would never end. I had to find a way out of it, and it was so hard because these demons were sitting there watching me as if they were gonna, if I was too loud, or it seemed like if they found out that I was plotting, that they were gonna like try to end me or something. So my husband was laying in the bed. He kept asking me every single morning. This is in that revolving thing where we got up and did the same routine every single day, like this mindless routine. He was like, "Aren't you tired of this?" He would say, "Go back to sleep." And sometimes he got so frustrated. Sometimes he would come with me, and it'd be like he's like dragging around, like we just did the same stuff yesterday. Why are we still doing this same stuff? And I just remember thinking, I don't know, but I have a feeling that there's something that I should do about this. And so we were communicating everything telepathically. I had asked the demons if I could go use the bathroom. He was going to find some kind of way to get me out of there, or to get us out of that infinite revolving robotry, I guess you could say. So that was that. Like, I wish people would stop referring to DMT as some kind of drug. It's not a drug. It's a herb. And it's a spirit herb. And I heard one guy, he made an interesting point. He said that when the Hebrew Israelites got lost or tired, God would send something like manna down. And he was saying that this manna was a herb that they used to drink. So the manna would fall from the sky. They would gather it and drink it, or I guess you could cook it. You know, you can smoke it. There's just it has different use that fill you up, make you feel full. Which makes sense because in the spirit world, in the spirit realm, you don't want to eat any of this food down here because it tastes false. It tastes like poison. And so that makes sense. So they didn't have to eat that food, but they did get, of course they got all the visions and stuff. Okay, so that was one experience. Another experience that really stands out to me in my DMT moment was when I was strapped to the hospital bed. I went on this, I was so far gone into like these mental, so they were like mental spaces, but they were in space. Y'all know I don't believe in space. I think there's a firmament up there. But there is a place to like so-called blast off to. I've experienced this so much. When I tell you, I felt like I was about to blast off on some really important mission, and there was nothing I can do about it. I had no control over my body whatsoever. I was, except for the part where I can hold on to my husband, I was squeezing him so tight that he was comforting me and just kept telling me, don't have any fear, everything's going to be all right. His voice was just so comforting. I was scared out of my freaking mind.